But don't you feel weird though taking out your camera in public and just like randomly like recording?
No, not at all. Because it's something that I genuinely enjoy doing. Like, here's my thing, like yo, do you, bro? Like, I'm doing me. Like, I'm minding my own business. I'm with my client, taking out my camera, and I'm recording because it's something that I love doing. I don't give a damn if someone's watching. I don't care if I take out my camera and I just start vlogging in Walmart, and then the person buying their fucking Campbell's chicken noodle soup or whatever the hell it is that they're buying goes, oh, like, he's weird, he has a camera, I hope he's not recording me. Hold on, shorty, relax. I'm not recording you. I'm recording my subject. Like, I'm trying to tell a story. It's always been about the creative aspect for me, right? It's always been about, it's just always been about like creating and bringing something to life and putting a unique perspective on something that maybe someone didn't see. And on the camera, you can bring that to life, and all the magic happens in the editing room. Like, when I'm editing, I lock the fuck in. Like, I'm like in my sanctuary. Like, I'm in my zone. I get in my zone, and I get so creative, and it brings out the best of like who I am. Because like, yeah, like, I'm an officer, or I'm an attorney, or whatever you want to call it. No matter where I am in my life, I'm never going to stop like doing this. I'm never going to stop putting out content, because like, believe it or not, yo, even if you're a doctor and you have your own practice, you could be an attorney, you have your own practice. Like, aspects of that career, especially when it comes to branding and building a brand for yourself, like, you're always going to want to create some kind of content to kind of like boost your who you are, who your brand. Yo, just because you're a doctor, let's say you're a doctor, right? And we all know going to med school takes an extremely long time. But let's say like being an attorney takes a long time. Not as long as a doctor, but being an attorney takes a long time. Yo, once I open my own practice, at least I have the tools and the know-how to be able to build my personal brand. Like, I don't need a videographer. I can really get literally anyone off the street and say, yo, hold the camera like this, put it at this angle, tell this story. And I can take all that footage, bring it home, and I can chop it up and edit it myself. I love telling like, I'm doing me. Like, I'm always in my zone, I'm locked in, and I'm doing what makes me happy. You know, and I think a lot of times we get away from that. At somewhere along the line, like when you're a kid, you grow up, you have these aspirations of wanting to be like whatever, and somewhere, you call it society influence or like your environment or whatever, like nature, nurture, whatever the hell you want to call it. Somewhere along the line, we lose sight of like that imagination. And my imagination, I'm the most creative when I'm either behind the camera and I'm directing, or I'm telling a story. So that's basically like what it is for me.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In the next few years, I'm always going to do videography. I'm always going to have that as kind of like my skill. You know, like, I'm sure people that do Forex or, you know, they trade stocks, like, you know, they still have their regular day job, and at the same time, they still practice their craft. I mean, if it were up to me, like, yeah, being an attorney is dope, being an officer is dope. But at the same time, if I can do one thing, that would be videography forever. I love geeking out, talking about a camera lens, talking about aspect ratios, talking about, you know, the best frame rates to shoot at. I just love I love talking about editing software, Final Cut, Adobe Premiere, After Effects, whatever it is that you use. I love talking about that stuff. And, you know, through YouTube, thank God for YouTube, yo. I learned everything that I know from YouTube. There are a lot of things that you have to learn kind of in the field, like when you're doing it, like, you know, because I learned as I went along as well, because there are a lot of projects that just came out terrible. But because of those, I got better. So like, if I could just do one thing for the rest of my life, it would be to be a videographer, like a high level, like shooting videos for celebrities, because, like, you know, there are people out there that like to create music. There are people out there that love to paint. There are doctors out there that genuinely love what they do. There are attorneys out there that genuinely love what they do. I love videography. I mean, I love the law as well. I love learning about the law, especially being black, and, you know, being able to take aspects of the law and kind of manipulate them and move things around and find loopholes for a system that wasn't even designed for us in the first place. I love that as well. I'm very passionate about that. I love reading about it. I love learning about it. And the law is always changing. So I'm always trying my best to keep up with that so that, you know, one day if one of you guys come along and say, yo, like I got this case, I'm innocent, or even if you're guilty, I'm gonna make sure that you get a fair, I guess, consistent and fair like trial, I guess, if I can say that, you know, because too many times I don't want to digress, but yo, I love videography. Like I'm doing me. I feel like when I'm doing it, I'm living my best life. If you guys have any questions about videography at all, like comment below. Like I'm always open to collab. I'm always open to learn. Like I'm still learning. Or it's a forever revolving door, right? And you know, even in aspects of the law, like I think that I'm knowledgeable about a lot of things that come to videography and law, but if you guys have any like insight that you can, like I'm always willing to learn. Like that's the thing, if it's your passion and it's your craft, like, and somebody that's like better than you, like if somebody comes along that's better than me in videography, or maybe if you're not better than me, but maybe you may know a tip that could help me, I'm always open to learn. I'm never like, yeah, I know that already. Oh, but did you know about lighting? Yeah, I know. I've never been that type of guy. Like I'm always open to learn. So if you guys have something to teach me, or maybe there's something I can teach you, yo, comment below. More than happy to help you guys. Yo, until the next video, peace. I don't want to keep this too long, but that's my little ramble during this quarantine. Hopefully this shit is over. I pray for everybody that's going through this right now. Everybody that has relatives or that have lost someone due to this coronavirus epidemic thing that's going on. Hopefully this is gone and we can all enjoy our summer. Yo, until next video, if you haven't subscribed already, on Instagram, you can find me at Hour12 Media. That's where I'll be posting most of my creative content. My YouTube, you can find me at Darnell K Austin. That's Darnell with 2 L's, K Austin. Some of my YouTube videos are on there, and I'm trying to post more consistently. So, you know, just show support to the channel, show love. Until next time, peace.